Okay. Sorry. I have to show some results, more results here. According to our 7 interview questions, we have the answer for these questions. One is what they like do people usually have in their country, like Indonesia, noodles and rice. As most countries, they basically have almost the same foods like rice and noodles. And question 2, what food can represent their countries? In Indonesia, they just say satay, like our barbecue in Taiwan, right? With the stick with the meat, some meat on it. And in Malaysia, he mentioned about the yetiang pan is sweet and rice and roe, some kind of rice. And a table of food. They mentioned mostly based on their culture and their habits, maybe from their family, their parents, and their friends. This relationship affect them very, very much. But according to the participants, they say, especially for Huaran Chinese, they do not have such kind of forbidden for them to eat. They can eat anything, just eat based on their flavors. And question 4, what factors may influence their culture, diet, and daily life? Just like I mentioned, maybe just their flavor, habitual flavor. But in different, one participant, they say, according to the religion, different religions, they will have something they cannot eat. Like in Muslim, they cannot eat pork, and in their local, and they have also other religions. They cannot eat like beef, right? And in question 4, what are the important festivals in your countries? They just mentioned their maybe Christmas, Harry Cake and Harry Dracalamus from the deck. No, maybe there's no language, right? Okay. In Malaysia, it's she just mentioned the Chinese New Year and National Day and the Mid-Autumn Festival like that. And one special local festival is there. And she mentions like the God Turin Festival. Very local festival. But all that activities were not related to the special food. Okay. All right. So maybe I will just come to results to coding. I do some codings based on the transcript of the 2 participants. And here, the relationship between the food and the flavors, different flavors. Flavors like including sour, sweet, bitter, spicy, oily. And you can see the different results of the 2 participants. So here, the food and the flavor, the relationship is focused on the spicy flavor. Alright, we do the first time, you can see that. Okay, so according to table 1, we can see the results that the frequency of spicy vary. Because I do the words on our words transcription, I found the frequency they mentioned, how many times they mentioned. So I sum up them to here, so you can see the results. And table 2 is the relationship between the food and some variables that found in our study, like variables like race, festival, tradition, religion, reference, and the family. Right, you can see the percentile here. So the main factor is the race. So you can see the results show that the race is where the main factor is 54%, 54.5%, and 54. It's 50. It's just 54. Because we had 51 and 58, and the average of the scores is 54.5. Right? Okay. So here is our coding. We spend a lot of time to do that, right? Here comes our reflection of the time. Right? My reflection this study is very. At first, we feel very confused to find the participants, and then one night it came up to my mind. I found one foreigner from Dutch, all right, and that's the first time I met him, maybe 60 years old and old man, all right. I showed her to my market, and I want to show him, I want to treat him some special street food, but he just said, I cannot eat the kind of food like the organs of the animals. No, even the skin of the animals, no, just the meat, right? So from then on, I felt very interested and curious. How can I to know the difference of different cultures, their food habits? So maybe we can find a way to help them to get used to the new environment, to a new country. Right? That's the main idea I found. And throughout the project, I know a lot of the ways of same structure and how to encourage participants to do more detailed statement in the study. Okay, although we have some limitation here, right? But I just want you can feel like us to enjoy our food culture.
From the interview, because I think maybe I lack of the techniques of interview. So my participants heard the data from my participants will be different from another. But however, it also reflects another interesting data, because we only focus on the food. However, my participants also mentioned about the school education and it's about the Chinese culture, because my participants, their parents was immigrated from China. So I think there's a relationship between Chinese culture and the Southeast Asia's culture. They have a relationship. I think for the further study, maybe we can do this to do the more exploration about this kind of study. And also, I think that food culture is very common. However, we did not sense it, but it really connected to our culture, because culture is very diverse. It's about religion, about attitude, about the behavior. So I just feel very happy. But I think the frustrating is when I do the transcription, because we do because our participants, they speak Chinese, so you have to type. But however, after I finish the transcription, I feel very interested, because you just read through the transcriptions, just like a story to me. And another problem is that to find the literature review to support. But once I found some literature can support the statements in our projects, I feel happy. So I think doing this kind of qualitative research is very interesting and also challenging. But once you have this kind of experience, maybe the second time will get improved. So that's my reflection to share with you. Thank you.